So I'm here with Jason Arneson, and it's a little bit after he's finished up the 6.2 build, and he's going to talk a little bit about what initiated it, what's gone on since. So yeah, go ahead.
It all started out with I wanted a luxurious SUV, so I bought this 2007 Yukon Denali.
Which is a pretty rig, it is, yeah.
Pretty quick, is pretty nice. Had a little bit of a lifter tip, which, whatever, they all get that after quite a few miles, you know what I mean?
How many miles did it have on it when you originally got it?
43,000.
Okay,
and
okay.
The oil pressure was not stellar, put it that way. You know, it wasn't bad, but it was questionable. So
right. So minor issues, but nothing that was crazy bad sticking out to you.
Nothing going on it. We checked it all out. Had no history. Guy got all the work done at the dealership. Seemed legit. Had all Chevy parts on it and everything. It was awesome.
Okay.
New tires, everything.
So how long did you run it around for? Yeah.
And I ran around for about a month and a half.
Was it that short, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
$10,000 I paid for this.
I'm not laughing at your pain here, but yeah.
So anyway, I can laugh about it now, but I don't know. Anyway, so I go and change the oil. I work at a shop. I work at, and I change oil after work. With good oil too. Mobile One. I use good synthetic, good oil.
Right.
Good frame filter. I know you guys are gonna hack on me about that, but I like frame. I'm old school. Anyway,
that's all right. Old school's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus they got grip tape on,
Right.
Anyway, so I get all the good stuff. I put it in there. Thing fires up. Sounds smoother than it ever has. I'm like, sweet. All right, sweet.
Right.
All up, just need an oil change. Okay.
Yeah, real nice. I was impressed by it when you were first driving it around. Yeah.
And so it was cold out back then. It was cold.
Yep.
This is months and months ago. And so
we'll get to all that. Yeah.
And so I let idle outside the shop after work for like a half an hour. Man, people started talking to me. You know how you get distracted.
Oh yes.
Next thing you know, Brian comes in and says, "Hey, your rig's making loud noises out there, dude." Like a rod was hanging out or something.
Right.
And so, I shut it off. I'm like, oh my God. I just paid $10,000 for this rig,
Right. I understand the frustration. Yeah, I'd be cussing too. Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, screw it,
Right.
Tow it behind the shop, I'll pull the motor. And so we towed behind the shop, and the next week we pulled the motor. It was 2 weeks after that because I hurt my back.
Right.
So it was like 2 weeks after that. We pulled the motor. Turns out it wasn't a bent rod, nothing serious like that. It is a bent push rod.
Okay.
So what had happened is somehow or another, it's sitting there at idle. The DOD tried to kick in. DOD is displacement on demand.
Okay.
And it comes on the 6.2s, the newer 5.3s, and
right, and people say it's kind of the bane of building power in motor, those LS motors. Huh?
Yeah, and what it does is when the motor's not under a tremendous load, it'll alter to 4 cylinders instead of 8 cylinders.
For fuel economy stuff?
Right.
Okay.
And so by doing so, it stiffens up these lifters, these 4 lifters that have extra springs on top of them.
Okay.
It's horrible design. Horrible. Anyway, this happened at an idle, and it bent a push rod.
Oh, by kicking it on?
By kicking it on.
Oh.
And just by that being wore out a little bit maybe, and it maybe got just a little off or something. But if that never was on there, I never would have had this problem in the first place.
Oh, man. Okay, so that is the cause.
None of this cool stuff ever would have happened if that never would have happened.
So cool stuff. What did you decide to do?
So we decided we got a 6.2. Well, we got a 6.2. So I tore it apart. I had all remachined, new pistons, crank rods, everything.
Nice big cam.
Yeah, it's a big cam. It's a Texas Speed 629 lift cam. It's a thumper, and Texas Speed, roller lifters and
Right.
Texas speed, pretty much everything except for those. What was it Harlan rockers?
Oh yeah, the Howland, or I think they were.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to them, but yeah, beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
that beautiful orange.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were gorgeous. Made you not want to,
yeah.
seal up the heads. Yeah.
$1,000 investment. I had to cover that up.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had just sold a diesel before buying this truck, so I had quite a bit more money in the bank, and
That diesel was
yeah,
was
it
awesome.
was a pretty sweet diesel. But so I decided I've already paid $10,000 into this truck. I'm gonna keep it for a while, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna dump some money into this sucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like
And when
between
you
machine work and parts and all that stuff, we're not talking any kind of labor at all except for machine work. And we're looking right around $8,000 is what I got into it.
right.
But that's all said and done. I'm done with it. All we're doing is tuning it now, and that's getting better and better and better.
Yes, it is. I've been taking those rides, and we've been videoing that, and that'll all be coming as well. Jason, what's your history? Have you always been building hot rods, or?
Ever since I was a kid. My first car was a 9.5-second Camaro me and my dad built.
Awesome.
Took me 2 years to build it.
And then you also had a speed shop for a bit, and
Yeah, here in Boise, we had Boise Speed Shop. Had
Nice.
that for about 5 years. We built quite a few cars there.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Did some power boating.
Yep. I hold a couple records.
Nice,
Monkey Peak, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And I also hear you got a mobile mechanic in business, and a pretty neat box van that allows you to do most any kind of fabrication and such. And
Yeah, we decked that out. When I had the speed shop, I decided I'm sick of moving my tools around. I've got a lot of tools.
right,
And usually I'd have to sell half of them and rebuy them. And all. It was a hassle. So I bought this big parcel van.
right,
And me and Austin used to work for me. He still works with me now.
Right.
He used to work for me back then. And we painted this box van. We gutted it and redid the whole entire inside of it.
yeah, that's awesome.
You guys will see it in some video or whatever.
Yep, we'll be doing some videos on doing that out and
Yep.
about as well. So, yep.
But it's a handy rig now. I have to take my tools anywhere. I just open the doors. So,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's pretty much a shop on wheels.
yep.
So, all right. Well, I think that kind of gives you an overview of what we've been up to for the last few months. There's been stops, mostly just got sent a wrong part
Parts.
here and there.
Yeah.
Needed a different part, and
Right.
even the morning we thought we were finishing up was how much money in parts.
Apparently, when you say LS3, people say, okay, it's an LS1, and so send you parts for an LS1. Like,
Yes, we ran into that with those rockers.
Yep.
And Howland, the company that sent them, was awesome. Out of everybody we
Yep,
dealt
yep.
with, they were the quickest on getting stuff back.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, much to come, and thank you for your time.
Yep. No problem.